How you doing? What show are we on?
Truth is viral.
The truth is viral, people. So take 2 penicillins and call me in the morning.
Places you don't talk about at parties. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Keep this frequency clear.
And now it's conspiracy. See, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute. That powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
You're watching The Truth is Viral, the only news program on the internet trusted to deliver the truth since 2008. And now, here's your host, Mr. Bobby Powell.
Yeah, kids, that's really what I'd like to know is who in the hell are these guys? That's kind of like been my mission in life for the last 18 months. Welcome to The Truth is Viral. My name is Bob Powell, and we've got a heck of a show for you tonight. You will never believe what happened today. Okay, if you saw my last 18 months of my life, you'd think I was living in some kind of a Tom Clancy or Jason Bourne novel. I swear to sweet baby Jesus, it's insane. The Lifetime special about this is going to be off the hook. So anyway, I'm going to welcome all my new viewers over on Truth Social. I've got, I guess I want to apologize to you guys for coming on so strong, but doggone it, new platform. I have been at this for 18 months, trying to get my video into the hands of people that will actually do something about it, right? I've given it to 17 United States congressmen and senators. You're going to see me hand it to Senator Hawley here in just a minute, for the second time. I've given it to scores of talking heads. Everybody is afraid to touch it. Okay, so far only Dan Ball has had the balls to do anything about this, to put it on his air over on OAN. Greg Kelly put it on Newsmax once last October and then ghosted me. It's like somebody yanked his chain. Won't even return my emails now. Well, hey, fine. Good for you, bud. I'm still out here plugging the truth. Okay? And finally, I got Epic Times to take notice. Joe Hanneman over there wrote a great story on Epic Times, and it was so well received on their website, they put it on the cover of their print magazine, Insight. And I've seen the previews of next week's movie. At least I believe it's next week, July 24th or 26th, one of the two. Anyway, it's going to be showing using my footage and footage from around the Columbus doors. Attorney Brad Geyer has identified 80. That's 8 with a 0 after it. Bad actors, suspicious actors outside the east entrance of the Capitol where I was. Folks, this is blowing up. And then today, on Truth Social, I got cued. How awesome is this? I love it. Okay, now, I want to set something straight about Q. At least what I think about Q. I don't know who or what the hell Q is. I've watched it closely since the beginning, and I know a few things. Okay? I know that whoever Q is in Trump's inner circle, because they have published photographs that could only be taken by people within Trump's inner circle. Photographs from inside the Beast, his limousine. Photographs from inside Air Force One over North Korea. These photographs can't be faked. They're not found anywhere else on the internet. Okay, and there was one very important, or interesting, I should say, post from Donald Trump on Twitter not long after Q started posting. If you go into the metadata of the photograph, which I did. The file name is DoItQ. Can you believe that? Okay, and the people that are standing around him, his inner circle, Dan Scavino and Hope Hicks and all the rest, their thumbs up can be traced in the shape of a Q. It's the wildest stuff I've ever seen. Okay, so I don't know what to think of Q because I've dealt in facts all my life, and unless I know who it is, I can't trust an anonymous source. I'm sorry. We saw how President Trump has been destroyed by anonymous sources since he, and Melania came down that escalator in Trump Tower. People that, it just, to me, in order to put my trust and faith in somebody or something, I have to be able to hold it. I have to be able to look a person in the eye. I have to be able to shake their hand. I have to be able to know that they're telling me the truth. Because, listen to me, anybody in Trump's circle could be a deep state operative. We've seen it. Okay? They could be Q. And they would know things about the president's itinerary. They would be able to take these photographs. Okay, and they would be able to convince a large segment of President Trump's base that he's in on this thing. So I don't know what to make of Q. It's a very interesting thing to watch. But I do know one thing is for sure. He's got over 200,000 followers on Truth Social, and my feed has been blowing up all day. Oh my gosh. You can't see my control room. Okay, let me get rid of my control room. I've got to show you this other tab. Okay, yeah, this will do. Literally thousands of retruths. Every time that screen blinks, it's a new retruth. My phone has been blowing up for hours. I've gained over 1,000 followers in like 3 hours. This is insane, kids. And that's great. I am loving it. I do not care where I get eyes on this, where they come from. I'm just grateful that somebody's taken notice. I've been beating my head against the wall, well, not literally, but figuratively, for the last 18 months trying to get people to take notice of this. Including the FBI. I've contacted the FBI no less than 5 times by either email or telephone, volunteering to come in and give them all of the video that I recorded on the 5th, 6th, and 7th. They won't return any of them. They won't return my calls. They won't return my emails. They won't return my FOIA requests, which they are required to do by law within 20 days. So, somebody with a lot more gravitas than me is going to have to take these guys on. I don't have the kind of money that it takes to file a lawsuit in federal court to force them to do this, that, or the other thing. I'm just the dumb son of a bitch that was in the right place at the right time to capture video of 2 of their federal operatives attacking the Capitol. I was going to go fishing. That was supposed to be my last gig, January 6th. And I was going to go fishing. I was going to retire. Well, looks like God had other plans. Said, Bobby, you ain't going fishing. No, you're going to go down to Florida. You're going to have bombs thrown at you, man. I'll tell you, it's a life of Job. My kids are gone. They don't want to have anything to do with me. They think I'm nuts or they're hard. They've been sucked to the dark side by their hardcore leftist crazy others, significant others, but we're not going to talk about them. We're going to talk about cold hard facts tonight, kids. And one of those cold hard facts is that I have provided this video in one form or another to 17 United States congressmen or senators in the last 18 months. I have either gotten in contact with them through email. They've contacted me through email after seeing my video on Twitter. Or they've accepted a registered letter that I sent to them with thumb drive and a 3-page written narrative of events on January 6th and after that. Or I personally handed them a thumb drive and a 3-page written narrative of everything that's happened since January 6th. Last time, Josh Hawley, a representative from, or a senator from Missouri, was one of the first people that I gave this to in February of last year. At least I gave it to a member of his staff. His name's Ben Grunder. And over the last, well, I guess, year and a few months, Mr. Grunder's been assuring me, that Senator Hawley was going to do something about it. Well, I ran into Senator Hawley at CPAC, and I gave him the video. I showed him the pictures. It was right there on the outside of the envelope that I'd made out of this 3-page written narrative out of. So have you ever seen this video of 2 federal agents attacking the Capitol? And, well, here, let's see what he says.
Go in there. Have you seen this video?
No.
Okay, well, I gave the FBI, there's a thumb drive in there with the original video on it. I gave the FBI 29 minutes of high-definition video, 2 men attacking the building. As of this morning, neither man has been arrested. I've been through over 725 indictments.
Yeah.
The video, none of my video has appeared on the internet, not a single still picture of either one of these guys. The FBI is refusing to take my phone calls, return my emails, or even accept my offer to come in and sit down with them.
Yeah.
They are hiding these guys.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to say something about
Yep.
this. Please tell me that you will get up on the well of the Senate and say, who the hell are these men, Mr. FBI guys?
Here, hold on to this. All right. Did you say there's the drive is in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Ben Grunder has all this information.
Okay.
I've been in contact with him for over a year now.
Gotcha. Awesome.
So, all
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, sir.
What you're doing.
God bless you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I think that would probably be illegal.
I know my glasses. I got my...
I'm just picking up garbage. Do not go in there.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried to cancel myself and MyPillow. During these times, your support has meant everything to us. My employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. For example, you can get my Giza Dream bed sheets for as low as $39.99 a set. That's a savings of 60% and the lowest price in history. And remember, they're made with the world's best cotton, grown where the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River all meet. They come with my 10-year warranty, and I guarantee they'll be the most comfortable sheets you'll ever own. So go to MyPillow.com now and use the promo code on your screen, or call the 1-800 number below to get my Giza Dream bed sheets for as low as $39.99, the lowest price in history. If you do it right now, I'm also going to include a free gift with your purchase. Thank you and God bless.
Now, I stand here today telling you God's truth, speaking in the name of and with the authority of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I am telling you the truth. It was the FBI and not Trump supporters who led the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th.
Take you on, it's going to take on anyone. I know that you are.
right, everybody. I would like to remind you that I'm using YouTube because I can. I won't be able to much longer. They keep on throwing strikes after strike after me. That's why you haven't seen much of me for the last 2 months. I either keep on getting strikes or my last broadcast computer took an absolute dump and I had to buy a new one. I went to Best Buy, got a credit card. Back on the air. Improvise, adapt, and overcome, right? So I want to thank Dodger, the Artful Dodger over on Truth Social, for making this kick-ass meme for me. This is so sweet. I love it. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I get carried away sometimes. I do. Because I've got a very keen sense of what is right and what is wrong. Okay? And I have a habit of tagging people on social media, and maybe they're getting sick of it. Maybe they want to mute me. Well, damn it, too bad. This is a truth that you need to pay attention to. Okay, you're not going to be able to put your head in the sand and hide. I'm not going to allow it. Call yourself a journalist. You're going to pay attention to this. You're going to broadcast it one way or another. You're either going to broadcast it now or you're going to broadcast it after I give my testimony in front of the January 6th committee. I've already been asked after the midterms, when they form a new January 6th committee that will get to the bottom of this garbage. I was told things today that I cannot repeat. But let me tell you, after 18 months, I have some real hope that these traitors will be brought to justice. So yeah, I feel good. and I've gotten this far because I don't give up. If I was the kind of person to give up, I'd still be in a wheelchair after I fell off my roof and crushed 3 vertebrae back in '94. But I'm not. Took 8 operations and hundreds of hours of physical therapy, but doggone it, I'm walking and running again. So what does that tell you? God saved my life so many times for this moment in time, I'm sure. I was struck down at the height of my career. I was going to be the next Sean Hannity. It was right after the Gulf War. Well, that didn't happen. I suppose he wanted me to be pure, not to get jaded or bought by the deep state. He wanted my Marine Corps values of God, honor, and country to reign supreme in my reporting, and that is what they have done. I refused a $200,000 bribe from my friend, Congressman Kerry Bentivolio, to lose my footage and never speak of it again. You can find that at bobpowell.substack.com. Or bobbypowell.substack.com, excuse me. He told me that the money was coming from Ron Weiser, the chairman of the Republican Party. I'm like, what the hell? Why would the chairman of the Republican Party want me to not or stop talking about my video? And this was right after I appeared on the Greg Kelly show. Okay. I was told, well, how about $100,000? I didn't get an answer to my question. Kerry just came right back with, how about $100,000? And I said, you got to be kidding me. He comes back with, how about $200,000? I'm getting the point that he's getting the idea that he's serious at this point. And I say, look, Kerry, you can go back and you can tell Mr. Weiser that he doesn't have enough money to buy my honor or my silence. If he wants me to stop talking about this video, he's going to have to kill me. To which Congressman Kerry Bentivolio replied that could be arranged. And 6 weeks later, I'm giving a speech in front of the Pinellas County Courthouse when Pinellas County deputies arrest Garrett James Smith, 22, with a pipe bomb. Coincidence? I don't know. As soon as the FBI took over the investigation, what the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department, what their bomb squad had determined was a nail-studded pipe bomb, all of a sudden the FBI just says, well, it's just a harmless smoke device, and they let old Garrett James Smith, born on January 6th, mind you, go. He's off in the wind. Nobody's ever seen him again. I don't believe that crap. So anyway, I've been going around the country and giving speeches at January 6 rallies for these political prisoners whenever I can. Dodging pipe bombs. That's what my life is like. I went to New York City, and the Epic Times just released a separate special on the January 6 prisoners. And me and Kara Castronova were, featured in that. And I'll tell you, Kara, she's a boxer, mixed martial arts boxer, and she's tough. And she tells me, "You're the most intense dude I've ever met in my life." I thought that was funny. 'Cause I don't want to be, man. I'm a real teddy bear. I really super am a teddy bear. But doggone it, don't get in my way. Don't suppress evidence of treason against our nation. It's not going to happen around me, Jack. I took an oath to defend her from all enemies, foreign and domestic. I don't care who in the hell you are. If you stand beside me, I'll respect you. If you stand behind me, I'll protect you. But if you stand in my way, I'm going to bulldoze my ass right over you. I can guarantee you that. So, there's that little rant. Because, we've got people, innocent people, that are still in these gulags around the country, held on trespassing charges for months, over 18 months. On crap charges. Something if they had been convicted and served their time, they'd already be out, but they're still being held awaiting trial. How is that fair in the United States of America? Whatever happened to the damn Sixth Amendment right to a speedy trial? You tell me that. This whole thing is bullshit from top to bottom. I have a key piece of it. I have this deep state by the balls, and I'm going to squeeze them. Now, I need your help to do that. I need you to like, comment, and share all of my videos. Go over to my Substack, like them all, share them all. Get busy, digital soldiers. You say you want to do something. This is what you can do. Get busy sharing. That's what I do. 16, 18 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, through 3 heart attacks and 2 broken shoulders. I'm a force of nature, baby. You can't stop me. You can put in 1/10 of the effort. With this video, we can take them down. We really, truly can, but it has to be seen. And my friends, I can't do it myself. You have to help. And if you have the ability, please go to givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell and throw me a couple of bucks. This ain't cheap. This brand new $2,000 computer I can't afford. I had good credit, so they let me have the credit card, no problem. I pay my bills, but I don't know how long that record's going to last. Anyway, Jeff Zink is a friend of mine. He's running for Congress in 3rd District in Arizona. And Jeff's son was there on the East Terrace at the same time I was. So was Jeff. They were together. And matter of fact, Jeff recorded the same footage of Hunter Ehmke breaking the window in the first place, the young Antifa kid. But mine got picked up instead of his. But anyway, my footage ends up showing that Ryan, his son, is standing on a pedestal on one of the columns outside of the Capitol at a time when the government claims that he was inside. Okay, so we can prove that the government's timeline is BS. Ryan never entered the Capitol. Jeff was right there with him the entire time. Okay, they were never separated at all. Jeff has not been charged. Ryan is facing charges that are going to put him in prison for 22 years. So why they're doing this, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to put pressure on an American first candidate without having to arrest him. That could very well be. I don't know. But here's my interview with Jeff Zink. I apologize for the quality of the video. Apparently, the free version of Zoom sucks. My guest this segment is Jeff Zink. Jeff is running for Congress in Arizona's 3rd District. He is an America First candidate, and he is kicking butt left and right. The one thing about Jeff Zink is we met because we were both on the East Terrace of the United States Capitol on January 6th in the exact same place, taking the exact same footage of Hunter Ehmke breaking that window in the first place, the one that the undercover Fed later pulled out completely from its frame, urged people to go inside. Now, Jeff's son, Ryan, was there. He was taking photographs, and my video places Ryan on top of a pillar outside of the Columbus doors, while the FBI says that Ryan was actually inside the Capitol. So they're just making stuff up, pulling evidence out of their butt. It's all out of context. Doesn't mean a doggone thing. And now, Jeff, I would like for you to explain to my viewers exactly what you have been doing to push back against this narrative and save your son's life from this tyrannical coup. It's all it is.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is that since that time, you and I've talked. In fact, you actually are part of 3 interviews, 2 of them televised, that I had yesterday at Freedom Fest there in Las Vegas, because there was one gentleman that when I was talking, he had your video, and I said, well, you want another angle of the same thing that took place? And he goes, yeah, I would love to. You know, you've got that? And I said, yeah. He goes, I'd love to find out who this was. And evidently he hadn't done his research. And I said, well, I can tell you exactly. It's Bob Powell. I said, he and I've had lots of conversations. And I said, you ought to probably reach out to him because he's got a perspective on some FBI agents that we need to investigate. And I think that needs to be a part of your investigative story and stuff. So I was doing that yesterday, and I even called you and told you about it and stuff. But since then, we've also have stumbled across some information and stuff, and I can't go into a lot of detail, but what I can tell you is that what we're reading now has caught the attention of a congressman, a sitting congressman, and we're going to be revealing this information to them so that they can also take a look at it. But it was so alarming what we already had uncovered in regards to January 6th and the level of planning that has taken place in regards to certain entities with our federal government, that we've scheduled a meeting. So we're going to be meeting and we're going to go through that. And then Bob, the second that I'm able to release that, you're going to be one of the very first people that I contact and hand everything over so that you can blast this out. And we're going to show very detailed information. And it's also along the lines, since this is already out there, with the Gateway Pundit, where the FBI had infiltrated the Proud Boys, and now there was documentation of the FBI agents that were on federal ground and had intermingled into the group and stuff. And that's what you had been stating since day one, when you started going, who's these people? And crickets, nothing has happened and stuff like that. Well, you got your part of your verification. Well, guess what? When I get done with mine, you're going to have absolute verification of what's going on.
So do you think we're going to see some traitors swing? Is it that impactful? Is it absolute proof of treason, seditious conspiracy against this country?
Absolutely. In fact, this is the reason why people are now starting to dig their heels in on the Democratic and the Rhino side. We need to understand that it's very important that the evidence that we present, this is at a high level. It's at the point of a coup d'etat has taken place, which is high treason, which means that we place this into a military tribunal. There's only two things that come out of military tribunals. You're either innocent, or the second one is you're guilty. And if you're guilty, in 3 days, you will be facing a firing squad, hanging, electric chair, or lethal injection. And if you can't make up your mind, I'm suggesting let's turn it over to the American people and let them choose.
Oh, they don't want to turn it over to me, man, because I could be pretty inventive. Holy Moses. But yeah, what about your son? What about Ryan? How's he doing?
Well, Ryan's doing okay. He's at an undisclosed location, and he's living there away from Lubbock and away from all the things that had happened. They wouldn't allow him to work because nobody wanted a domestic terrorist, which is what he's been labeled as. You know, it's ridiculous what's taking place. But we were supposed to go to, let's see, on the 8th, we were supposed to go before the judge for the 10th time. Now, this is the thing that really aggravates me. Where is speedy trial, due process, and everything? None of that has happened with Ryan. And the fact is that for the 10th time, the prosecutor has not had any evidence whatsoever in regards to my son. So it's put off till September the 7th. It will go for the 11th time. However, in the 11th time, we're not going to allow them to go past that. The reason why is that my report and everything else will be coming out and stuff, and so charges are going to be dropped. People who's taken plea deals, they're going to be able to renegotiate and get out of those plea deals and have those charges dropped and have their lives back and stuff. And that's ultimately what I've been doing. I haven't been doing this for just my son. It's for the 648 people that are innocent, that are at the gulag, or their lives have been disrupted and they're like my son, that they did nothing wrong. They get out. Now, the other 140 that went in, kicked in doors, tore up congressman's desk and all of that, we're not helping them. I don't condone the violence that took place and stuff, but we need to also go through. And the thing is, what's really instrumental in getting a Black Lives Antifa kid arrested and convicted, which was Hunter Ehmke, the thing is that it was your video and my video that we took, and we kept putting it out there, and they had no choice. They had to do something. And where he's incarcerated for 4 months, 3 years probation, he had to pay back $2,921 restitution. I think that's fair. I don't have a problem with that. However, since my son is facing 22 years in federal penitentiary, if he is convicted for something that he didn't do wrong, I'm sorry. The deal of you're guilty until proven Democrat, that we got to get out of this system. We're innocent until proven guilty, and we got to get back to that.
Amen, brother. Hey, let me ask you a question. Have any of the sitting congressmen and senators bothered to reach out to you, or have they said anything about the political prisoners? Because I've noticed an awful lot of silence when it comes to the January 6th political prisoners coming out of Washington, D.C. Anybody?
Two of them. Yeah, two of them have we've been having ongoing conversations. Paul Gosar and Andy Biggs. They're both congressional or sitting congressmen here in Arizona. And the thing is that the only reason why they've reached out to me is because I'm a congressional candidate. And so they've been helping me a little bit with, what it is to have a congressional race and stuff. And so the thing is that they've always been like you, reaching out to me going, how's your son? How's things going? What's happening? And so they've been kept abreast of what's going on. But the main thing is that, as you know, Paul Gosar was on the J6 congressional hearing, and he had me ready to go, and I was going to testify. I was going to fly to Washington, D.C. and testify before Congress. And all of a sudden, he had a tweet that was really offensive and everything. It wasn't. But he was kicked off of all of his committees and everything. And so he doesn't have any responsibilities. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the same way. I mean, there's several people that have gone out and done things there that were so bad that they get a life ban on Twitter. But these guys have kind of kept up. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the word out. And so that's one of the things that I really appreciate. The only problem that I see, which I've been monitoring very close, you've been handing thumb drives directly to people and saying, here are federal agents. These people need to, where are they? Who are they? What part of the federal government are they? Get us answers, and they've stonewalled you. And I've been watching that very closely. And here's my promise to you, Bob. When I'm elected into Congress, when I take my oath, which I hope you'll be there when I do, I want to turn right around, and I'm going to say, all right, now you hand me that same thumb drive. We're going to put it into the federal database, and we're going to sit down and we're going to find out who these people are, because I should have access to that stuff as a congressman. And we're going to get to the bottom of the real story and the real insurrection that didn't happen on January 6th. It happened on November the 3rd of 2020. That's when that insurrection took place.
Well, I'm going to argue that it actually began when Donald Trump started down that escalator in Trump Tower.
Yeah, you're right.
And the violence on January 6th was just the icing on the cake, so to speak, to make sure that President Trump never returns to the Oval Office. Well, guess what, Nancy Pelosi? Almighty God put me in the right place at the right time to capture evidence of your treason. And it ain't gonna happen, sweet pea. So you just go on back to San Francisco and you enjoy your ice cream and whatnot. Wait for the hangman to come find you, baby. All right, Jeff Zink, candidate for Congress in Arizona 03. Thank you for being on The Truth is Viral. I thank you, brother. You have a great day, and tell Ryan I said hello. We'll be working, fighting.
All right, I sure will. Thank you for everything that you're doing. You hang in there, Bob, because you got somebody that's got your back.
Amen. God bless you, brother. I'll talk at you later.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Cancel culture has not only affected myself and MyPillow, but also millions of you out there. My employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you for all your support. At MyPillow, we have hundreds of products now, including my new slippers, bathrobes, sleepwear, and my new beds. We are offering the best products ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have the standard size MyPillows, regularly $69.98, now only $19.98 with your promo code. Or you can get custom fit with my premium queen size MyPillows, regularly $79.98, now just $29.98. Or my king size, regularly $89.98, now just $34.98. So go to mypillow.com now and use the promo code on your screen or call the 1-800 number below to receive these exclusive offers. Thank you and God bless.
Now, I'm standing here today telling you God's truth, speaking in the name of and with the authority of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I am telling you the truth. It was the FBI and not Trump supporters who led the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah, folks, I need your help. If you have the ability, please go to givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell and throw me a couple of bucks. It does take money to force the truth out there. When the truth really, they really don't want this out. But I have the tenacity of a devil dog, because I am a devil dog. When I have a mission, I do not fail in completing my objective. Do you hear me? So when Peter Tickton, President Trump's boyhood friend and lawyer, put out a call on the Gateway Pundit for a video that could clear President Trump of these ridiculous charges that he was responsible for the Fedsurrection on January 6th, well, I got in my truck and I went to his office to make sure that he had a copy. Yes, I did. And one young lady in the YouTube chat says, well, why didn't you give it to one of the Trumps? Well, let me tell you about that. I actually went to Mar-a-Lago and tried to not see President Trump. I knew that was, not going to happen. But I have, like I said, I've been trying to get the FBI to do something about this forever. I'm hearing crickets. I don't hear anything back from Department of Homeland Security. I don't hear anything back from the United States Marshal Service. Matter of fact, they tell me it's not their job. I filed 2 reports with the Department of Justice Inspector General, contacted the FBI's Office of Professional Responsibility twice. I'm not getting any love from anybody. So I am going around. Whoa! That's a pretty big picture. That's not really supposed to be like that, and I didn't know it was going to show up on the broadcast monitor. Here we go. There we go. That's old Mike Lindell. I caught up with him at Rock the Red, Florida. And he was there with somebody else. You guys are going to like this one. Who's that? Could that be Eric Trump? Now here's where it gets funny, kids. The guy that was organizing Rock the Red, can't remember his name right off the top of my head, steps in between me and Eric Trump and shoos me away. After he had given me press access, he had given me a press ID. Then he shoos me away from asking Eric Trump a question. Let me show you something. Let me show you what a joke show this was. Where is it? Yeah, let's get old Mike Lindell in there again. But I want to focus on this right here. You're gonna love it. What a total joke amateur hour this was. Look at this. Look at that press badge. I was seriously issued this press badge by the guy that ran the event. And then when I got to Eric Trump, finally, he stood in my way. Well, yeah, there's Secret Service and all this other shit. I don't want to cause a fuss. I really don't. I'm insistent, but I'm not that stupid. The time will come when I know for a fact that President Trump has seen this video. I don't trust Peter Tickton. I don't trust anybody. I can't. I'll tell you why. Let me pull this from the... Okay, I've just learned a trick. On my broadcasting software, I just learned a trick. Check this out. Okay, another fella. There we go. Okay, come on. No way you gotta be like that. See, I'm doing the jobs of 4 different people at the same time, kids. Show me some love. Go to givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell and throw me a couple of bucks. Maybe I can hire a trained monkey to do this for me while I'm on the air. Okay. See that guy right there? That's Roger Stone. I gave Roger a thumb drive with the 3-page written narrative of everything that's happened since January 6th. And I asked him, have you ever seen this before? And he told me no. And I thought that was awful funny because I gave it to his lawyer in Tampa. We had lunch together. I gave it to his lawyer in Tampa last December. Kids, I'm telling you, you can't trust anybody. I don't trust Roger Stone. I don't trust Mike Lindell. I don't trust anybody. And it's not because I have anything in particular against them. I don't have anything against them at all. I'm just facing reality. Politics is a blood sport. And these people will kill you in order to advance whatever agenda they might have. I know this for a fact because they tried to kill me. This next spot was produced by StopHate.com. They also fight for January 6th prisoners.
As Americans are forced to grapple with the brutal reality that the FBI were the only ones conspiring to kidnap the sitting governor of Michigan in 2020, details emerging from the lingering smoke of January 6th are also becoming impossible to ignore. The Department of Justice is still seemingly without answers for the American people, even though it's been 16 months since 2 pipe bombs were discovered on Capitol Hill on January 6th, prompting the evacuation of 2 congressional buildings, the Cannon House Office building and parts of the Library of Congress. During a joint hearing before the Senate Rules Committee and Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee in February of 2021, former Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund confirmed that the pipe bombs were the reason for the evacuation. Nevertheless, the Department of Justice and its Mockingbird media continue to push the outright lie that Congress was evacuated on January 6th because of the mass of people who'd gathered outside the Capitol building to protest what they believed to be a fraudulent election. Even after offering a $50,000 reward and plastering ominous-looking photos across the country, the FBI has so far been incapable of identifying a suspect, and yet the very same FBI had no problem hunting down and raiding the homes of peaceful Americans present in D.C. on January 6th. Carolyn Younger, the inconspicuously described D.C. resident, first discovered the pipe bomb and alerted authorities. According to Younger, she just so happened to be at the right place at the right time, digging around behind dumpsters on her way back from doing laundry. Because doesn't everyone dumpster dive on laundry day?
Well, you don't want to go down as the person who evacuates a city block for a hoax.
Younger said in an interview with WISN 12 News in Milwaukee.
But at the same time, there was just enough of that gut instinct that said, this isn't a place that you'd put a hoax.
At the time, Younger was also a project manager for FirstNet Authority, a public-private partnership between AT&T and first responders to prioritize emergency communications during an attack or disaster. On December 8, 2020, the FBI awarded FirstNet Authority with a $92 million contract. The 5-year deal represented the largest commitment by a law enforcement or public safety agency in the entire history of FirstNet. In an interview with Madison Magazine on January 12th, Younger explained how some of her previous experience came in handy on January 6th. Even though I'd done some counterterrorism analysis a decade ago, she said, what helped me recognize the device was a scene from the Terminator movie.
Hasta la vista.
Nothing to see here, baby. On October 13th, 2020, Stephen M. D'Antuono, a man with a proven history of formulating domestic false flag terror operations, was named Assistant Director in charge of the Washington Field Office by FBI Director Christopher Wray. The appointment came days after 2 innocent Americans were entrapped within his Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping hoax. Surely it's just a coincidence that D'Antuono was given a coveted position in D.C. mere months before the worst attack on America's constitutional republic since the War of 1812? In the world of counterterrorism, coincidence is becoming even more commonplace. Another crazy coincidence is the story that Michigan GOP Chair Ron Weiser, through former Michigan Congressman Kerry Benevolio, offered Bobby Powell, a J6 journalist, $200,000 in exchange for suppressing his footage of the Capitol agitators. Powell's recording captured the yet-to-be-identified individuals with face coverings and communications equipment as they pulled windows out of the west side of the Capitol building. He refused the $200,000 bribe framed as an offer in the spirit of The Godfather's Don Corleone.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Powell said he was told to stop talking about the video you recorded in Washington, D.C. on January 6th, or you could be killed. Just 6 weeks later, on January 6, 2022, Garrett James Smith packed his backpack with what the Pinellas County Bomb Squad would later describe as a nail-studded pipe bomb, along with a ski mask, and headed to a rally where Bobby Powell would be speaking for imprisoned January 6er Green Beret Jeremy Brown. Detained unconstitutionally, Brown, who never entered the Capitol building, was arrested on misdemeanor trespass after refusing to work as an FBI informant. Apparently spooked by law enforcement, Smith ran but was chased down and arrested by Pinellas County Sheriff's officers before he could detonate his device. On February 16th, 1 week after the FBI took over the investigation, felony charges against Smith were dropped when the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives determined the items he possessed that day were legal novelty devices. Smith is now a free man, along with the spooky-looking rioters in Bobby Powell's video and the oh-so-hard to track down pipe bomber from Capitol Hill. With Jeremy Brown and 774 other defendants from J6 having been arrested, and reported 2,000 to 3,000 more arrests coming. The Department of Justice is asking for an additional $34 million and 130 new personnel to handle the unreal workload they've created for themselves. As long as the likes of Christopher Wray, Stephen D. Antuono, and others are planning the next entrapment extravaganza from the helm of the FBI, their job security is looking better than ever. But if you think things are looking good now, just wait until they cut a bigger deal with Skynet, FirstNet, whatever.
Okay, so, yeah, they'll kill you if you don't do what they want. Like I told you earlier, my friend, Congressman Kerry Bentivolio came to me with a bribe for $200,000 from Michigan GOP Chair Ron Weiser to shut my mouth, never speak in my video again. I think that's pretty clear and convincing evidence that the deep state exists and that it consists of Republicans and Democrats. So there's that. Like to remind everybody, if you have the ability, go to givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell and throw me a couple of bucks. This is very important. I need the tools to fight these people. Okay, subscriptions cost money. Can't even read my own article in the Epic Times anymore because my subscription lapsed. I couldn't afford to pay for it. I'm sorry, but my coffee is more important than that. They've already done their good deed for the day. Now you need to do your good deed for the day. Throw me a couple of bucks. And if you can't do that, at least you can click a damn mouse and share this show. Then go to substack.com, bobbypowell.substack.com, and subscribe there. It's free. Okay? You don't have to pay anything to read and watch what I post. This is going to be one hell of a drama. And it's going to be taking place over the next year at least. And you're going to have a ringside seat right here on The Truth is Viral. Yes, you are. But like I said, YouTube can kill me at any minute. I've already got 2 strikes. You never know when they're going to give me 3. The last one was for just simply streaming a regular weekly meeting of the Alpena County Republican Party. Apparently there are some subjects that you can't talk about. So we won't talk about that. But go to Rumble. That's Bobby Powell. The Truth is Viral on Rumble. I don't know why I had to select such a long username, but that's what it is and where it is. So when YouTube kills me, and they eventually will, I'm going to start streaming exclusively over there on Rumble. So make sure that you subscribe to that and you are kept up to date on the doings in the life of Bobby, unintentional master spy. Hey kids, I'm gonna leave you tonight with a little bit of hope. Okay, I ran across this the other day, and it really made me feel good, and I hope that it makes you feel good too. So don't forget to like, comment, and share. Throw me a couple of bucks at givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell, and we will get through this. We will prevail. Where we go one, we go all. Believe that, kids.
Across the globe and we're standing on the ground, screaming across the waves, you can't hear the sound. There's no fair trials, no train, no liberties, no tea. We've colonized America, we won't stand for tyranny. Okay, and it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. make it clear we believe this much is true. All men were created with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late.
Hey Nancy, we're coming for you, baby. You and all the rest of the traitors that staged January 6th and tried to blame it on Donald Trump. We've got the goods, sweetheart. And you can't apologize for this. Remember, kids, subscribe to The Truth is Viral on Rumble and on Substack and on Getter and Truth Social, especially where everything's blowing up right now at Bobby_Powell. Got a nice short name over there. Thank you for watching tonight. As I get my new computer all tuned up, I'll be able to deliver something a little bit more smooth for you next week. I've been shooting it for 6 o'clock. I just can't make that deadline. So much happens on Friday. I guess it's just a Friday dump, and just being a one-person show around here, I want to give you fresh stuff. So I'm thinking about, instead of 6 o'clock, how about 9? You like 9? Will that work for you? Okay. So I'm going to run the close now, and if you're watching this on delay, there will be 2 videos at the end of this that you're going to want to watch, maybe give you a little bit of background into what's going on. Thank you for watching The Truth is Viral. My name is Bob Powell, and as always, God bless, Semper Fi, and hoorah. I'll see you kids next Friday night.
That's all, folks.